Okay, trade recap for Friday the 13th. Let's get right into it. Um, so we come in market open, and I immediately am looking at these equal lows right here, and this is on a new day opening gap. So the market opens right here. I'm thinking, okay, we can either come down and sweep these lows, or we can push up more into these volume imbalances, and these volume imbalances were created by the news. So I go into every trading day thinking I'm probably not going to take a trade. And that way, I'm not forcing myself to trade. If the trade presents itself, it presents itself. But this news right here immediately kind of turned me off just because this is like the war news and it does not have a long lasting effect. News like this does not have a long lasting effect on the market. It's just a sell the news event. People are panicking for whatever reason. So I'm immediately thinking that that can happen first, or we push up higher into these fair value gaps, and eventually we can maybe even sweep out this liquidity. Now, granted, the equal lows and this liquidity up here has not been taken today, so one of those will probably get hit next week. I definitely do think these equal lows will be a target for next week, so keep an eye out for that. Um, uh-oh. So let's go into market open. Oh my goodness. There's some market opens. We see legs up, and then we see this fair value gap, the first presented fair value gap. We came in here, we hit it, we bouncing around, and while this is happening, we creating higher highs and higher lows. On ES, we're actually creating SMT divergence. We're creating lower lows and lower highs, or lower highs and lower lows. Um, so I see that happening. Um, and as of right now, I'm just waiting. We have news at 10 o'clock. This news that came out today. So I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Just because you have to be patient when it's times like this. You have to let the trade come to you. Um, and so we see this volume, this candle volume imbalance, which is very interesting. So I marked it out. Here we go. Remove this right now. I marked it out, and we see these candles, dancing around in it on the top right here, and then we close below, close above, close below. Then we see this nice leg down, and at the same time, ES is moving down, closing above closing below these fair value gaps, starting to invalidate or validate bearish structure. Sorry, it's been a long day. Um, so we mark out this volume imbalance, and as soon on this candle right here, as soon as we get above this candle's high, I went ahead and got in stops above the candle that created the fair value gap. Put my stop right up there. Um, and we see legs out to the downside. And then I got in right on this candle that made this leg down. I got in right here. Again, it was kind of just luck. Not really luck, but luck. And so first target, low hanging fruit. Let's just take out these pre-market lows. So that's what I did with this trade. And this trade, I was hoping to get down to these lows, just because I didn't really know if we were gonna have a -2% day today. So we just targeted these equal lows right here. And as you see, it did not get hit. So this trade out the way, and in this trade, I put my stop right here, so I was out in the money. We can get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay, so next trade. So after we see displacement higher. We see closing above these highs, closing above this fair value gap, and then we see this retracement um, from here to here. So we take the fib and we see the 50% as at 21,683 and a quarter. And the low of this, we're looking at the low right here of this candle was 683 and 75 cents. So we missed it by 2 ticks, which I mean, it's pretty damn close. So we see that, and I definitely should have gotten right here. Stops would have been right here, and then our take profit would have been right here, which would have yielded a 3.7 to 1 trade risk to reward ratio. But I didn't end up taking that trade. I don't really know why. I think it's just because it's Friday, and I was just like, I don't really need to risk that much. But once I saw this, I and it didn't just run up to take these high, and it hasn't taken out this high right here, and we just hit this volume, this fair value gap. I was like, okay, I can't miss this run. So I waited for it to get down in here, and I got in right here. I left room for this fair value gap to be respected. If it would have came and touched and got in here, I probably would have got in again. Um, and then we see a run up. These red lines for me mean um, a weekly new week opening gap. That's what I'm trying to say. Ooh, it's been a long day. Um, and so that was the third trade. Um, and then same thing with ES. ES started making higher highs, breaking structure. So that was also confirmation on why I took this trade. Um, and yeah, hope everybody has a good Friday. Safe trading.